Alright guys, this week we're going to talk about op art. Op art is really a way of creating optical art. So here's an example. So you're taking a two-dimensional surface and you're making it look like it's actually coming up, and you're messing with the optical nerves in the eyes. So if you're like me, this one is really messing with my eyes. But you create an illusion with op art. Okay, so this week we're going to be creating illusions. Alright, the artist that we're going to talk about this week is Victor Vasarely. He is what they call the godfather of pop art. He is one of the ones that started pop art with the pop art trend. And he started making op art in the 1950s. Okay, so this is one of his most famous works. It's called Zebras. Okay, and as you can see, if you watch the lines, see how like this one goes down and it's black, it starts back up right here and it's white. So the lines they just kind of connect, but where they connect to on the next shape, they change colors. Okay, so this is what helps him with creating his op art. Alright, and then here's this one. This is one of his that he did in color. Alright, so op art is defined as to not actually have movement, but it kind of gives a depth of movement or perception that like the paper's coming up and it's going down. Okay, so this kind of looks like a wall right here, and then we go down and this looks like a floor. Alright, so here's another one. I'm going to turn this one around. Well, it really doesn't matter which way you turn it, but so this one gives the illusion that the paper comes up and it creates a spherical environment, so to kind of trick your eyes a little bit. Alright, so as you can see, based on what you're looking at, we're going to be creating art that gives optical illusions today, so this week. Alright, here's another one. This one I love, and actually I love to give this one to students too, because if you notice, look how it goes white, and then it starts again, black, white, and then if you look at it as a whole, it looks like you just have this perspective, optical illusion. Okay? Alright, so, oh, here's another one. I printed this one out. I thought this one was really cool, because this one looks like a black hole. So it just kind of goes over, and like everything's going, and if it were to keep moving, it'd be like, everything's falling in. Okay, so again, op art, optical. Alright, so this week you're actually going to make two artworks. And the reason why is because I want you, this one, you're going to do based on the handout, and I'm going to send it to you. And then you're going to create another one of your own. And I'm going to do both of these with you, so you'll be able to see both of my examples. Alright, so based on this, you're going to draw your initial, draw a dot, and then you're going to draw a starburst of lines that draw on top of that letter. Okay? And then here, you're going to start coloring every other one a color. Now, you can use black, you can use blue, you can even leave it. I would recommend, you don't have to do like yellow and black here. You can just leave it white and black. Okay, so instead, like, leave the white, let the white stay if you want to. That's up to you. If you want to get brave and do a second color, go for it. Alright, so where the black is, you have a choice. Just pick one color. So if you're someone that's like, you know what, I want to do this in green. Do this in green. Okay, you're going to color with markers. So it's going to make it a little bit easier for you on the coloring. Okay, alright, so we're going to draw our letter, draw our dot, draw our lines, alright, and then start filling it in. Alright guys, your practice, you can do just one color in white. So here's my example for the practice. And then on your, so this is going to go in the discussion, okay? And then I want you to talk about like what you think about it, the style of art and op art. And you know, you want a little extra, add some brownie points to it. You can tell me who the artist is that we talked about. Okay, and then on your second one, you're going to get a little bit more creative. So I don't want you doing just standard. I want you to Google, do some research, and experiment. Like, what can I do to maybe do the same thing but add more to it? Does that make sense? So here, here on this one, I took one dot and I just drew lines. Okay, and then I did like a checkerboard, so every other one white, every other one blue. Okay, and then on this one, I drew my letter, and then I drew 2 dots. Well, first I divided the paper in half, and then I drew 2 dots. So I drew 1 dot here and 1 dot here. I had each line connect to that line that I drew in half of the paper. Okay, now if you go on Google, there's some that where they take the lines and then make it look like roads, like little, big, like it's coming out, or it looks like a room. Okay, so there's different ways that you can do this. This would be my example for the more complicated one. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat this one more time. Okay, 1 for the simple. Okay, so you kind of get the idea of what you're doing, and then this goes into discussion, and then 2, the second one, a little bit more complicated. Come up, get creative with it. You're going to use 2 colors on this one, and you're going to turn this in as the assignment. Okay, so 2 colors. It cannot be this handout. Okay, do not turn this in for your assignment. Okay, you're going to get a little bit, I want to see it a little bit more complicated, and we're going to turn this in as our assignment. Okay, guys? All right, look, watch this. So you see how each shape goes individual? And if I pull away, sometimes you can see it, and sometimes you're looking at the shapes. Okay, so we just made op art.